I felt the moment you were fading, like a whisper losing light, a silver breath that slipped between us in the middle of the night. And the warmth you used to carry turned to frost along your skin. Every exhale left me colder as the distance pulled you in. You were breathing out a story that no longer held my name, leaving threads of quiet sorrow where our heartbeats once became. And I knew it when you shivered, when your hope ran out of depth. You were slowly disappearing with your soft silver breath. Silver breath, fading slow, like a truth I didn't know. Every promise you kept giving dissolved softly in the snow. And the air between our bodies held a pain I can't outgrow. I was reaching, you were leaving with your silver breath's last glow. You were fragile in the silence, like a candle in the rain. Every word you left unspoken echoed quiet aching pain. And your heartbeat kept retreating, even when you held my hand. Like the love you used to whisper couldn't follow through its plan. I kept trying not to lose you, but your soul was turning west, drifting gently out of focus with each silver fragile breath. And I felt the cold between us, filling spaces we possessed, as the love we built unraveled in your soft collapsing breath. Silver breath, fading slow, like a truth I didn't know. Every promise you kept giving dissolved softly in the snow. And the air between our bodies held a pain I can't outgrow. I was reaching, you were leaving with your silver breath's last glow. Maybe love can leave the quiet before anyone can see. Maybe hearts can stop their beating while they still pretend to be. And I held you like a lifeline, but the thread had gone beneath. The connection pulled too lightly for the heart to keep its breath. I keep searching for the warmth that used to light you from within, but your breathing turned to silver and then vanished in the wind. Silver breath, drifting far like a fading, dying star. Every piece of you grew distant till I didn't know who you are. And the truth that slowly surfaced left a shadow on my chest. I was loving someone fading with their silver woven breath. And I whisper into stillness, letting silence manifest, as I grieve the part of you that left in silver's final breath. I saw your shadow on the doorway, flicker like a memory breaking apart. You said our love was only weather, but I kept it beating in my breath. sparks in the dark, fading like a bruise on the heart. I keep on breathing through the ache, trying to forget your shape. Hollow sparks in the dark, love was fire, now just a scar. And every night I fall back through a world where I'm still losing you. I walk the hallway where your laughter still clings to every fractured wall. The pictures lean like tired memories, trying not to fall. Your sweater's on the broken chair, the one you always used to claim. I swear it still holds the shape of you, like it can't forget your name. I keep pretending I'm okay, but even the dust knows you've gone away. I'm breathing through the ruins of everything we swore was true. Every step feels like I'm losing another piece that once was you. I'm breathing through the ruins where all our promises came undone. The air is heavy with the truth. I'm here alone, and you're long gone. Your coffee cup is cracked and empty, but I still pour it out of habit. Like if I keep the ritual going, maybe time won't grab it. The sofa sighs when I sit down, as if it misses all the nights. We used to dream beneath the ceiling, now it barely holds the light. I touch the door you walked out through, and feel the echo shaking through. I'm breathing through the ruins of everything we swore was true. Every step feels like I'm losing another piece that once was you. I'm breathing through the ruins where all our promises came undone. The air is heavy with the truth. I'm here alone, and you're long gone. I sweep the floor but not the memories. I wash the sheets but not your ghost. I try to heal in tiny increments, but the silence hurts the most. Sometimes I swear I hear your footsteps, sometimes I swear you're at the door, but hope is just a cruel reminder of what's not here anymore. I'm breathing through the ruins, searching for a place to stand, but everything we built together turns to ashes in my hands. I'm breathing through the ruins, and though it breaks me just to know something's died without a warning, something's fade too fast to hold. quiet houses where we used to sneak out after dark. Streets remember every secret, every wish we carved in bark. The cold wind pulls across my jacket like it's tracing where you used to be. I look down at my shaking hands, wondering what's left of me. The night is softer than my breathing, but it still knows I'm barely healing. Moonlight on my scars shows me every place you left a mark. All the broken pieces of my heart are shining like a dying star. Moonlight on my scars, I thought time would pull us apart, but even now, even from afar, you're written in who we are. I remember how you held me like I was something worth the fight. Now all I feel are empty spaces when I lie awake at night. The moon hangs heavy on the skyline like a truth I can't outrun. It's quiet, but it cuts deeper than anything you've ever done. I wear the things we didn't say, like bruises that won't fade away. Moonlight on my scars shows me every place you left a mark. All the broken pieces of my heart are shining like a dying star. Moonlight on my scars, I thought time would pull us apart, but even now, even from afar, you're written in who we are. I tell myself I'm getting stronger, but the night keeps calling out your name. It echoes through the empty spaces and pulls me back into the flame. I wish that I could let you go, but letting go's the hardest road. Moonlight on my scars, soft but merciless and stark. It shows the truth beneath my guard. I'm still unraveling in the dark. Moonlight on my scars. Maybe healing starts right where we are. Even if my heart's been torn apart, it still remembers who you I still keep your old recordings hidden in a folder on my phone. Some nights I press play softly just to hear I'm not alone. Your voice starts warm like summer rainfall, soft enough to make me stay. But halfway through the message, something shifted in the way. Love doesn't break in one clean line. It fractures over borrowed time. Where your voice turns cold is where the truth unfolds. I hear the part you stopped holding on. Your laughter used to fill the silence. Now it echoes like a warning bell. There's distance wrapped around your words, like something you were scared to tell. You didn't say that you were leaving, but the tremble in your tone was clear. A quiet ending in slow motion, long before you disappeared. I trace your voice like fragile glass, searching where we slipped apart. Where your voice turns cold is where the truth unfolds. I hear the part you stopped holding on. The warmth in you was gone. Where your voice turns cold is where our story broke. And I keep listening, though it hurts to know I missed the signs first. Maybe love dies in whispers before it ever hits the floor. Maybe hearts break in the spaces we pretend not to hear anymore. I wish I could unhear that moment where goodbye lived inside your breath. Where your voice turns cold is where I lost control. I hear it now, so painfully clear. We were ending long before the end was near. Where your voice turns cold is where my heart let go. And though I play it back each night, I can't bring back your light. The streetlights paint the sidewalk with the shape of where you stood. I walked the path we took 1,000 times, knowing I shouldn't, but I would. Your laughter hangs in the cold air, like it's waiting to begin. I close my eyes too tightly, and suddenly you're here again. Your shadow leans beside me like it used to on the wall. It moves the way you used to move before you let our story fall. I reach out just to touch it, but it flickers into gray. And I'm reminded once again, you don't live here, you walked away. And I keep chasing silhouettes in places where we once belonged. The memories won't let me rest, they keep replaying all night long. Shadows made of you follow me in everything I do. I turn around but you're not there, just echoes tangled in I still hear footsteps in the hallway, right at 2 a.m. like before. The quiet house becomes a witness to all the things we can't restore. Your jacket hangs like you forgot it, still claiming space where you once slept. I know I should take it down, but it feels like the last piece I have left. The mirror shows me someone tired, someone trying not to break, someone holding on to fragments of a love she shouldn't chase. But even when I breathe real steady, even when I swear I'm done, your shadow slips beneath the doorway like the day you first came undone. I tell myself to walk away, but memories are hard to fight. You linger in the smallest things, like how I turn off all the lights. Shadows made of you follow me in everything I do. I turn around but you're not there, just echoes tangled in the air. Shadows made of you, soft reminders of a love we knew. They fade and grow, they rise and fall, but never really leave at all. Maybe healing isn't leaving, maybe healing's learning how to hold the pieces without bleeding. Though I'm not ready now, I walk through rooms we used to share, feel you sitting in the empty chair. You say nothing, but I still hear every word you whispered here. I talk to ghosts, I talk to pain, I talk to shadows shaped like rain. The truth is I'm still breaking slow, still learning how to let you go. If I could choose the memories, I'd keep the ones where you stayed near. But shadows choose their own way back, and yours keeps pulling me right here. Shadows made of you follow me in everything I do. No matter how I try to run, you're in my breath in every sun. Shadows made of you, a haunting love I can't undo. They wrap around the empty space where once I held your living face. Shadows made of you, soft and painful, but still true. Maybe someday they'll fade away, but not tonight. Tonight they stay. The morning light slips through the curtains like it's searching for your face. I sit where you would drink your coffee, the room still shaped by your embrace. There's a quiet hum inside my chest, a reminder you once made it warm. But now the air feels unfamiliar, like a house after a storm. Your toothbrush still sits by the mirror. I keep saying I'll throw it away, but every time my fingers reach it, they freeze like they want you to stay. I breathe in slowly, hoping maybe the ache will loosen just a little bit. But the silence settles sharp and heavy, like a truth I'm not ready to admit. There's a doorway where you used to stand. Now it's just shadows touching my hands. The air between our hearts still feels warm in certain parts. Even though we've come undone, I outside to buy groceries, past the corner where we meet. Even now it feels like habit, my heartbeat changes with the street. There's a bench we carved our names in, still holding on to what we were. Funny how the world keeps going while I stay tangled up in her. For something I can't hold, a warmth that's drifting into cold. The air between our hearts still feels warm in certain parts. Even though we've come undone, I feel you here when I breathe in. The air between our hearts turn the ache to something mild. But right now every fragile moment still reminds me of your smile. I keep replaying conversations that never made it past our lips. Almost everything still clings to me like fingerprints. I breathe out, hoping you'll fade, but memories don't leave on command. They linger like the aftershocks of a love I barely understand. Maybe someday we'll forget this or learn to love our separate lives. But tonight the air still trembles with the ghost of your goodbye. The air between our hearts still beats softly in the dark. Even though you're far from me, somehow you're in the air I breathe. The air between our hearts holds the echo of our start. And though I try to set you free, you're in the quiet part of me. The air between our hearts won't collapse, won't fall apart. Not yet, not till I learn how to breathe without remembering you now. The quiet settles on my shoulders like a blanket made of fear. I try to fill the empty spaces, but nothing feels like you were here. The clock keeps ticking in the corner, the same way it did when we were two. But now each second sounds much louder when there's nothing left of you. I whisper to the empty hallway just to check if I still can. Your name falls out so soft and shaky, like I'm learning how to stand. It hangs suspended in the air, delicate as falling dust. And for a moment I remember a trembling line, a ghost of you slipping through my mind. Your name in the quiet breaks me like a storm inside it. Soft but sharp, it cuts me through. A whispered prayer I said for you. Your name in the quiet, I try so hard not to deny it. Even if you're gone for good, your name still lives where I once stood. I sit down by the open window, where we talk until the dawn. Now the night just holds its breathing, like it knows that you are gone. The wind moves gently through the curtains, as if searching for your voice. I close my eyes and lean into it, pretending that I have a choice. Your letters sleep inside a drawer, unopened since you walked away. But some nights I unlock the memories just to see what they might say. And though I know it makes me fragile, I trace your words just like a vow. You said forever, but forever feels like such a broken sound now. Your name still shivers in my chest, a fragile truth I can't suppress. Your name in the quiet breaks me like a storm inside it. Soft but sharp, it cuts me through. A whispered prayer I said for you. Your name in the quiet, I try so hard not to deny it. Even if you're gone for good, your name still lives where I once stood. If healing comes with letting go, then why do I keep holding tight? Why does every tender memory come crawling back to me at night? I say your name to feel the ache, I say it just to know I'm real. I say it 'cause I'm terrified that someday I won't feel. The quiet shakes beneath the weight of everything we couldn't save. I breathe it in, I breathe it out, but your name's a ghost I can't unmake. Maybe someday it won't matter, maybe someday it won't sting, but tonight your name still lingers like a half-remembered dream. Your name in the quiet breaks me just by being silent. It's the echo I can't chase, the shadow I still wanna face. Your name in the quiet, a trembling truth I can't rewrite yet. Even though the past has flown, your name still feels like coming home. Your name in the quiet whispers through the place you're not. I say it once before I sleep, so I don't forget what love had taught. Ooh. I hear your voice beneath the ceiling, like a memory that won't let go. It drifts between the faded pictures where our younger shadows glow. I close my eyes and fall through you into last year's warmth and light. A thousand echoes calling softly pull me back into the night. Your laughter moves like gentle thunder through the cracks inside my ribs. I try to anchor to the present, but the past the past, a fragile dream. I keep on breathing even though it couldn't last. Your echo pulls me under fast, back to a moment we outgrew. I try to swim back to the now, but time keeps leading me to you. I'm falling through the echo, where your love still feels like gold, where our hands still fit together, and the nights don't feel so cold. I'm falling through the echo, back to when we took it slow, even though it's just a ghost. It's the place I miss the most. Maybe letting go means breaking through the echoes one by one, but every time I try to climb, the memory pulls me back to us. I'm trapped inside the repetition of a love that used to bloom, caught between what really ended and the echo of your room. If time could just stop calling you, maybe I could breathe again. But every whisper of your presence makes the past feel so present. I don't know how to leave a place built from echoes and goodbye. I only know the fall is gentle even when it makes me cry. I'm falling through the echo, where your voice still heals my bones, where I'm safe inside the moment before everything was gone. I'm falling through the echo to a love I can't outgrow, even though it's only sound. It's the place I keep falling down. Your memory feels like home, and though I know I must let go, I'm not ready, no, not yet, to rise from the echo. I tried to say your name this morning, but it tasted different on my breath, like a truth that's lost its meaning, or a vow that time undid itself. I walked across the kitchen slowly, stepping through the ghost of us. The sunlight hit the empty table where we once learned how to trust. Your laughter hangs inside the doorway like a frame that's lost its glass. I reach out just to touch the echo, but it slips right through me fast. And every sentence that you whispered, every promise we began, now feel brittle when I speak them, like they're made of broken sand. Words that used to bloom so soft now crumble when I turn them off. It's ash on my tongue, every memory we clung to falls apart when I breathe out, like something burning in my mouth. It's ash on my tongue, all the love we left undone. I taste the ghosts of what we were, fading into something blurred. I tried to read your old love letters, but the ink felt heavier than before, like each line carried quiet heartbreak we didn't know we started writing toward. Your metaphors were always gentle, soft like promises in spring, but now they crack beneath my fingers like they never meant a thing. I lit a candle on the counter, hoping warmth would bring you back, but the flame looked tired and lonely, like a heart gone off its track. The smoke curled up into the ceiling, drawing shapes of what we've lost. And I swear I heard it whisper, everything comes at a cost. Your name is just a fragile spark, it dims the deeper I look back. It's promises are fragile when they're whispered into night. I keep searching for a flavor of a love that felt like gold, but every time I try to speak it, it turns to ash before it's told. I wanna hold the warmth we had, but fire with no fuel goes cold. I wanna taste the truth again before the story fully folds. But maybe this is how it ends, not with anger, not with fire, but with the quiet kind of grieving for a love we let expire. It's ash on my tongue, all the songs we almost sung turn to embers when I try to bring their meaning back to life. It's ash on my tongue, and I know the past is done, but still I breathe the dust of you like it's the only thing I knew. It's ash on my tongue, soft reminders of the young, love we thought would never fade, now just cinders we once made. Ash on my tongue, a bitter truth I can't outrun. I found a note you left behind me, folded in the jacket pocket seam. A quiet message written softly from the days we still believed in dreams. Your handwriting felt like a tremble, like you weren't sure what to say. I traced the curves of every letter, trying to feel you slip my way. The room grew still around my breathing as I read the words you chose. They sounded warm, but something hollow lingered gently underneath the home. I close my eyes to hear you saying every promise that you made, but now they echo slightly altered, like they're wearing someone else's shade. Love doesn't break and lightning strikes, it frays in whispers late at night. I'm unraveling every whisper, every word you used to say, picking through the threads you tangled, trying to find the truth you frayed. I'm unraveling every whisper, finding cracks in what felt sure. Maybe love was never simple, maybe we were never pure. I played the voice notes you once sent me, late night secrets in the dark. Your tone was soft but filled with distance, like you'd already left my heart. Your laughter rang like fragile glassware, held too tightly in my hands. And now I hear the hesitation hidden deep behind your plans. I read the messages you typed me, scrolling through the past we kept, the little phrases full of comfort now feel heavy, half inept. It's strange how truth can hide so deeply inside moments that felt right. Our confessions never show. Maybe heartbreak has a rhythm only silence seems to know. I'm kneeling in the ruins softly, listening for where it broke. The promises you whisper gently now dissolve like fading smoke. I wanna blame myself for missing all the signals in your tone, but sometimes love is made of curtains you don't see through till you're alone. I tug the edge of every moment, pulling words apart for clues, trying to stitch a clearer picture of the love I thought I knew. I'm unraveling every whisper, letting truth fall where it may. All the things you left unspoken, haunting spaces in my day. I'm unraveling every whisper till the sound is almost gone. Maybe then I'll stop returning to the echoes of what's wrong. I'm unraveling every whisper, every love you, every stay. And though it breaks me to remember, I'll let the quiet lead the way. The wind slips in beneath the doorway, calling out a name I used to know. It chills the floor beneath my footsteps, as if it followed from the snow. Your sweater still hangs on the armchair, faded, soft, and barely worn. I wrap it around my shoulders gently, but it doesn't feel like you anymore. I breathe in once, the air is heavy, cold enough to make me shake. It settles deep inside my ribcage, where your heartbeat used to wake. There's frost along the kitchen window, tracing patterns of goodbye, and every inhale leaves me hurting like I'm swallowing the sky. It's getting harder just to breathe when winter lives inside of me. It's like snow in my lungs, every breath comes out undone. You are warmth I can't replace, now I'm freezing in your space. It's like snow in my lungs, cold reminders weighing tons. Everything we couldn't keep lives in the air I try to breathe. The nights grow longer in your absence, every shadow feels too wide. I bundle grief inside my blankets, still it shivers at my side. Your voice feels distant as a whisper, carried far by winter's run. But sometimes when the world is quiet, I hear echoes of what we snow inside me gathers gently, falling soft where love once bloomed. I close my eyes and feel it drifting through the hollow of the room. And though it shouldn't stay this long, it clings to where your touch once warmed, a fragile echo of a fire that couldn't survive the storm. It's like snow in my lungs, every memory weighs a ton. You were fire, you were grace, now I'm frozen in this place. It's like snow in my lungs, and the cold leaves me undone. Still I breathe because I must, even if it hurts this much. Snow in my lungs, where your warmth used to run. But someday, when the winter breaks, maybe then I'll learn to again. The house is breathing slow without you. Every room a quiet ache. I walk across the wooden hallway, listening for sounds you used to make. The kettle hums without an answer. The lights turn on but feel too dim. The space beside me on the sofa still holds the shape where you had been. I open drawers we used to share, touch the trinkets we forgot, tiny things that meant us everything now, reminders of what we're not. Your handwriting on old receipts, your cologne still faintly clings. I didn't know that losing someone left behind so many things. Silence is an empty space, its echoes time refused to erase. This is what the silence left behind. Shadows of your hands in mine, little ghosts in every corner, every quiet growing warmer. This is what the silence left behind. All the truths we tried to hide. When the noise faded away, your absence learned to stay. I sit and read our conversations, scrolling slowly through the years. Some messages still make me smile, others pull me back to tears. Your voice notes feel like open windows, letting memories drift inside. But when they end, the quiet after feels like something newly died. I walk outside to feel the sunlight, but the warmth can't reach my chest. Maybe healing takes a lifetime, maybe grief just needs its rest. Still I gather all our pieces, place them gently in my mind, trying hard to understand what your silence left behind. There's beauty in the broken parts, in learning how to keep your art. This is what the silence left This is what the silence left behind. All the truth we tried to hide. When the noise faded away, your absence learned to stay. I didn't know the silence echoes, didn't know it carried weight, didn't know that breathing slowly could feel like tempting fate. You think the quiet means it's over, that the storm has passed you by, but sometimes silence holds the thunder waiting just behind your side. I sit inside the stillness trembling, letting memory take its time. Every whisper, every moment falls like footsteps in my mind. And though it hurts to hear the quiet, it's where answers start to show. Silence left me with the truth you had left long ago. This is what the silence left behind. All the pieces of our lives, all the things I didn't notice till your voice was gone from mine. This is what the silence left behind. A tender ache, a fragile line between the love we couldn't keep and the memories I still breathe. What the silence left behind is everything you didn't say, but somehow learned to walk with your quiet anyway. I turned the lights on in the bedroom, but the shadows didn't move. They stayed exactly where you left them, like they were trying to prove that emptiness can take a shape and linger like a quiet scream. I keep walking through the doorway like I'm stepping into a dream. Your pillow hasn't lost its imprint, your scent is fading but still there. I reach across the empty mattress only to grab a handful of air. I used to think that love left echoes, but now I know that it leaves more. Your distance sits beside me softly, like it's living in the floor. I feel you in the quiet spots, in all the places you are not. Your distance haunts the room like a ghost that never moves. It sits with me in silence, breathing in the quiet violence. Your distance haunts the room like a shadow made of truth. I try to chase it out at night, but it clings to every I try to open all the windows, let the morning air rush in, but even sunshine feels much colder than it ever did back then. The house remembers how you linger in the doorway with your grin, but now the corners feel abandoned, like the world forgot to spin. I rearrange the living room, thinking change might ease the sting, but every space I try to alter still remembers everything. Your mug still sits inside the cupboard like it's waiting to be used. And even though you won't return, the room can shake the shape of you. how absence takes up space, more than presence ever made. Your distance haunts the room like a ghost that never moves. It sits with me in silence, breathing in the quiet violence. Your distance haunts the room like a shadow made of truth. I try to chase it out at night, but it clings to every line. I close my eyes and hear your footsteps, even though you're far away. My mind replays your every movement like you're made of yesterday. I wish that I could sweep your silence into corners of the past, but distance has a kind of echo that refuses not to last. I talk to spaces you once filled, as if they might respond to me, but silence answers with reminders of a love that ceased to be. I breathe the same air we once shared, try to let the memories fade, but distance grows like roots and vines in every choice we never made. Your distance haunts the room, soft invisible and true. It wraps around the things we touch and makes them feel like too much. Your distance haunts the room, turning warmth into a wound. Even though you're gone for good, you linger here more than you should. Your distance haunts the room, and no matter what I do, I still feel you in the air, in the silence everywhere. I found a photograph this morning, buried deep beneath old clothes. Your face was half caught in the sunlight, half slipping back into the shadows. I held it like a fragile treasure, afraid the moment might dissolve. The smile you wore felt close and distant, like a puzzle I can't solve. Your sweater sleeve was barely showing, just a corner of your hand. Funny how the smallest details still feel like something I can't stand. It's like the world forgot the colors, but remembers how they used to bloom. And now the picture looks so faded, like a memory losing room. The moments blur but don't let go. They flicker soft and overflow. Half-lit memories are living here inside of me, not bright enough to bring you back, not dim enough to fade to black. Half-lit memories are hauntings dressed in reverie. They flicker when I close my eyes, a quiet truth I can't disguise. I walk past places we grew older, cafes dimmed with amber glow. The tables where we whisper secrets now hold strangers in the seats we chose. The city lights feel washed and muted, like they're grieving right along. And even laughter on the sidewalk feels like ghosts of our old song. I try to let the night distract me, but every flicker in the sky feels like the way your eyes would soften when you didn't want to say goodbye. The memories twist like strands of smoke, soft at first then rushing in, until I breathe them deep inside me and fall right back to where we've been. The past returns in quiet hues, not sharp enough to cut right through. Half-lit memories are living here inside of me, not bright enough to bring you back, not dim enough to fade to black. Half-lit memories are hauntings dressed in reverie. They flicker when I close my eyes, a quiet truth that I can't disguise. Maybe time will turn these moments into stories I can keep, but right now they burn like embers underneath the air I breathe. They glow in corners of my mind, places untouched by letting go. And though I try to dim their light, they spark again with slightest glow. I wish the memories would choose a side, either stay or fade completely, but they linger in a halfway place where goodbye hurts discreetly. I stand between the dark and dawn, between what's lost and what remains. Half-lit memories surround me, casting shadows full of pain. Half-lit memories still whisper soft like autumn breeze. They want me just enough to wake. They fade before my heart can wake. Half-lit memories are holding on too tenderly. They haunt me in a gentle way, refusing simply to obey. Half-lit memories, light enough to almost leave, heavy enough to make me grieve, dim but never truly gone. Half-lit, still holding on. I stayed awake until the sunrise, watching shadows slip away. The night held tight to all your memories, but morning stole them one by one today. The light spills softly through the curtains, painting gold across my chest. And for a moment I remembered how it felt to wake inside your rest. The coffee pot began its humming like it used to when you'd rise, but now the steam feels less familiar, like a stranger passing by. I touched the cup you always favored, traced the rim where you would sit. Even though the warmth was fading, it still sparked something in my grip. The darkest thoughts dissolve with light, but echoes linger from the night. You're the breath that fades at dawn, still there but barely hanging on. A whisper slipping from the dark, a fading imprint on my heart. You're the breath that fades at dawn, soft as breaking, quiet, gone. I try to hold you through the glow, but morning says to let you go. I step outside and breathe the cool air, shadow trails behind me. It loses shape bit by bit. The skyline blushes pink and amber, waking gently from the grave. And in the warmth of early daylight, you finally feel far away. It doesn't hurt the way it used to, not as sharp, not as defined. But in the quiet of that softness, I still feel you in my mind. Night holds on to what is lost, but morning teaches letting go. You're the breath that fades at dawn, still there but barely hanging on. A whisper slipping from the dark, a fading imprint on my heart. You're the breath that fades at dawn, softest breaking, quiet gone. I try to hold you through the glow, but morning says to let you go. Maybe healing isn't sudden, maybe it's a quiet climb, a steady rise above the shadows, leaving pieces of the night behind. I stand alone beneath the sunrise, feeling something start to shift. Your memory doesn't burn as deeply, but rises like a gentle mist. I thought forgetting meant betrayal, but now it feels like breathing new. You're not erased, you're just transforming into something soft and true. And though the dawn keeps stealing pieces of the love that once felt strong, I find a strange and tender comfort in the breath that fades at dawn. You're the breath that fades at dawn, still here but slowly moving on. I feel you soften in my chest, a painful peace, a gentle rest. You're the breath that fades at dawn, half remembered, halfway gone. And though I reach for what we had, the sunrise makes it less so sad. Breath that fades at dawn, maybe that's how healing's won. Not in endings, not in pain, but in the morning light again. It didn't happen in an instant, there was no single breaking sound, no door slammed hard, no final sentence, just quiet slipping underground. You held my hand a little looser every time you said goodnight. Your eyes grew distant in the morning, searching somewhere out of sight. Tremble like they knew before we did. The coffee didn't taste the same, our laughter lost its easy lift. You kissed me like a fading echo, soft and sure and barely there. I didn't see the drifts beginning until the stillness filled the air. Love doesn't shatter, no sharp edge. It folds itself at every ledge. This was the soft collapse of us, a gentle breaking built on trust. Not a thunder, not a fight, just losing color in the light. This was the soft collapse of us, silent ruins made of dust. I didn't wanna see the ending, didn't wanna face the cost. But when I look at all the moments, I see clearly what we lost. Your heart drifted like a feather, and I tried too hard to tether. This was the soft collapse of us, a gentle breaking built on trust. Not a thunder, not a fight, just losing color in the light. This was the soft collapse of us, silent ruins made of dust, falling slowly, piece by piece, till we were ghosts with no Maybe love is fragile weather, storms we think we can outrun. But even skies that start in sunlight can fade quietly to none. I replay our conversations, trying to find the fault line start, but endings hide in secret corners where the fading beats the heart. You slipped away without intention, I held on harder than I should. Two different stories, same unraveling, neither one misunderstood. We didn't break, we simply softened, till our edges didn't meet. A gentle fall, a slow surrender of a love no longer sweet. This was the soft collapse of us, not dramatic, not abrupt, just the quiet kind of pain where you lose more day by day. This was the soft collapse of us, fragile truth we never touched, and though I try to make it stay, we both fading anyway. Soft collapse of us, hush beneath the dust. Maybe some things aren't destroyed, they just slowly lose their voice. Lose their voice. Your voice still lives inside my ribcage, like a quiet echo in the dark, a fading ghost of all your whispers, still tracing circles on my heart. I try to drown it out with music, turn the volume way too high, but even through the strongest chorus, I still hear your soft goodbye. The way you said my name still lingers, like the warmth before a storm. It rises up in fragile moments when the world feels faintly warm. And though I know the sound is memory, not the truth I wish was real, I still reach out when it trembles, like it's something I can feel. Your voice repeats a fractured tune, a melody I can't untune. You're a voice I can't undo, a sound that time can't pull me through. Every echo brings me back to the things we didn't track. You're a voice I can't undo, even when I wanted to. It's stitched along my every breath, a ghost I haven't laid to rest. delicate breaking sound still follows me around. You're a voice I can't undo, a sound that time can't pull me through. Every echo brings me back to the things we didn't track. You're a voice I can't undo, even when I wanted to. It's stitched along my every breath, a ghost I haven't laid to rest. Maybe healing means forgetting, but forgetting isn't kind. How do you silence something woven through the fabric of your mind? I wanna mute the distant echoes, let them drift into the blue. But every time I try to kill them, I lose a little piece of you. Your voice was once my safest feeling, now it's something sharp and thin, a fragile blade of old affection pressed against my trembling skin. I don't know how to turn you quiet, don't know how to let you go, and the sound of you is etched inside me like a truth that can't outgrow. You're a voice I can't undo, no matter how the distance grew. You exist in every tone of the silence in my home. You're a voice I can't undo, soft and honest, cutting through. And though it breaks me to admit, part of me still listens to it. A voice I can't undo, a memory breaking through. Maybe someday it will fade, but not today. Not today. Not today. The moonlight hits the empty table where we carved our names in laughs. It used to shine a gentle silver, now it looks cold in aftermath. I trace the edge of all our moments, like I'm polishing what's gone. But silver doesn't keep its shimmer when the heart moves on too long. Your old ring sits upon the dresser, a tiny circle made of truth. It once held warmth against my fingers, now it chills me like a bruise. I watch the colors change in shadows, watch the memories tint the light. Things once glowing silver soft, now turn blue inside the night. Some things change with just one breath, turning colors of regret. This is silver turning blue, every trace of me and you, every moment we held tight, fading softer in the night. This is silver turning blue, all the hope we once outgrew. Once it sparkled, once it shone, now it chills me to the bone. The photographs lose all their brightness, edges yellow, meaning freeze. Your smile feels like a ghostly lantern, The night was quiet when it happened. Not a candle flickered on. No thunder crashed, no warnings echoed. Just a silence growing strong. You said my name without conviction, like you were pulling from a well. A tired voice, a fading echo of a story we outgrew too well. I watched the truth fall from your shoulders, heavier than what you meant to share. I held my breath as if by holding I could keep you standing there. But your eyes had drifted past me, searching for a different dawn. And in that moment, in your stillness, I knew the breath of us was gone. It didn't break, it simply ceased. A quiet ending, soft release. That's when the breathing stops, when the heart won't beat for us, when the truth becomes too loud, when the light won't let us cloud. That's when the breathing stops. No more promises to probe. Every moment we held tight, falling silent in the night. I walked you to the door in silence, like a dream I couldn't end. Your footsteps echoed down the hallway, like a song that wouldn't bend. I didn't cry until the morning, when the absence felt too clear. The sun rose soft but unforgiving on the love we lost that year. I touched the chair where you once lingered, let my fingers feel the past, hoping warmth would cling a little, but it slipped away too fast. There's a space beneath my ribcage where your heartbeat used to fall. Now it's quiet, still and hollow, but somehow freer through it all. Breathing isn't just a function, it's the way we hold someone. That's when the breathing stops, when the heart won't beat for us, when the truth becomes too loud, when the light won't let us cloud. That's when the breathing stops. No more promises to probe. Every moment we held tight, falling silent in the night. I thought endings would be louder, thought they'd come with crashing rain. But sometimes love dissolves in silence, leaving only subtle pain. I stood inside the echoes fading, let it settle in my chest, felt the gravity of grieving, teaching me its quiet lesson best. Now I breathe without your rhythm, though it trembles when I try. Healing doesn't come in answers, it arrives in softer sighs. And though the breath we shared is over, I can feel a new one start. A gentle inhale full of freedom, planting roots inside my heart. That's when the breathing stops, but something new begins to rise. In the wake of all we lost, and the truth behind our lies. When the breathing stops, I relearn my own soft pulse, not the ending I had sought, but the peace I almost forgot. When the breathing stops, I find the space to start. Again.